This is your 2019 Ford Mustang GT Premium, and yes, it's a convertible because the roof is down. Let's jump right into our perks, quirks, and irks. So right up front, same body shape as the last couple of years, but what I really like is that the fog light, which is on the inside of the turn signal bar, it's all integrated into one bar as opposed to the fog light being kind of tucked down at the bottom right there. So that's a really good move for me as far as what I like. Same front end as the last few years. Looks really nice, really sharp. I like the continuum quirk. For me, you get 3 lights here for your day runners, and as we go around to the back, we'll see those same 3 lights. 19-inch wheels with this package. I don't like the rim design. It's a little complicated and busy for me. Just give me your standard 5-star 5-spoke rim, whatever you want to call it, and I'm happy with that. Brembo brakes, because it's a big massive engine. It's 5.0, as you can see here. And a quirk is that the point is in red as opposed to it being all silver. I mentioned this in my M850i video, how it was the favorite convertible shape. Now, still love the Mustang shape with the roof down, but it's a very close second. Just there's something about that M850i shape that just does it for me. Again, going around the side, not much has changed design-wise. A quirk, and it's not new. It's just something that I've always liked that Ford has done. The sequential turn signals, so in and out. Now I know Audi does, or I do know Audi does it, but theirs is a straight line as opposed to 3 different bulbs. So, kind of cool, quirky, might be the new thing as far as turn signals go for modern vehicles. Quad tailpipes to get your reverse light in the middle there. Backup camera. And the first time I had it, I wasn't sure how to open the trunk, but you just go beneath this little part here, push up, that's how you open the trunk. A little bit of space. Those little black things go here to cover that up if you're going to be with the top down for an extended period of time. There is no spare tire fuel kit, so there's that. Saving space, saving weight to make the most of your 460 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. There's a plane coming, so I'm going to talk a little louder. Sorry if it comes across as yelling. It's your standard Mustang 2+2 seating configuration. Kind of headrests-ish, but nothing movable, nothing adjustable. That is a very loud plane. This is my normal seating position, so nobody would be sitting behind me. The passenger sits a little further up as far as my passenger goes, so there is room for somebody in the rear seat there. Nothing overly exciting here. We'll get to a couple of shots of the roof in motion a little later on in the video. You get your little extender here, so the seatbelt just doesn't kind of cut across you like that. That's what we're looking at for the front. Again, same thing as the last few years. Very modern, very nice. I like the layout of it. I like how the gauges are customizable with a certain option, which this vehicle has. Let's jump in. Turn signal off. Let's start the car. So again, nothing new here. If it's your first time with a Mustang, or at least looking at a Mustang review, you get all your switches here, and to use them, you push you push up to activate and down to deactivate. So let's start the car. Pretty nice for a big hefty engine. So that's what you're looking at, standard stuff. You can change the colors. I think there's 7 different color options. So I picked green as my primary, I picked red as my secondary. Just I like the way it looks, and it's cool because just everything shows up in green, which is the color the color that I picked, and it stands out a little clearer at night. Wow, there's another plane. Anyways, dashboard, nice, cool. You got all sorts of different options and settings. You got advanced settings as well. We're not going to dip too far into that. So the settings button is there, and you push the little horse, and that gets you into some other cool options as well, including the My Color and the cluster appearance. So you can pick whatever you want as far as customizing that kind of stuff goes. So we'll leave that for now. Touchscreen infotainment. Wow, not good. Touchscreen infotainment. Latest version of Ford Sync infotainment system. It's a lot better. It's so easy to use. Navigation is voice controlled as well, so just touch your navigation, and that comes with this specific trim and optioning. So good stuff there. Again, nice and easy to use, easy to pull the information from. Good combination of dials, hard touch buttons, and these little cool switches. Kind of reminds me of Mini in a way, and I like that. An irk for me might be a quirk for some. So there's the PRNDS, tells you what gear you're in, and that will tell you what gear you're in as well if you look at the bottom of the middle of the screen. So now I'm in reverse, drive, neutral, sport. But Ford also put it here. And I don't really know why they would have done it, because if you look at it, like, that's my view. Let's get that little clear. So yeah, you could see it's like inches away from each other. So I don't know why they would have done that, but I guess maybe that's why I don't design cars. You get the old school traditional handbrake, which I really, really like. You get your vents right up front, a couple of dials there as well. You get your speakers in the A-pillar there and A-pillar there. So again, not going to spend too much time as far as going through stuff. I think we're a little over time to begin with. I will show you what the top retraction looks like. So basically you're going to push that button. So I'm going to face the camera this way and we'll show you as much as we can. So I'll stop it there and you can kind of just see how the motion actually, not through the motion, how the actual mechanism works. Again, I'll just probably find a mirror, a mirrored glass building and show you that way. But anyways, it's a pretty quick process to get it fully open, fully closed. So now it's fully closed. Let's just check the timer starting now. I think that's 7 seconds. So pretty quick, pretty nice. The seats are gorgeous in this thing. Like the side bolsters, you can see it from here, just how thick they are. And the thigh bolsters are perfect. I came back from Montreal earlier today. So that was a 5.5 hour drive to and from. So I've racked up 1,228.8 kilometers over 15 hours of driving for the week. Most of that was to and from Montreal. So it's comfortable. I never felt uncomfortable or fatigued at all. These seats are great. This is a great vehicle for a road trip to Montreal or anywhere really for. Anyways, that's going to wrap up the outside, I guess, and the inside. We'll be back with a look at the engine and then we'll go for a drive. So here's the engine of the GT Premium Convertible Mustang 5-liter V8, 460 horse, 420 pound-feet of torque. It's their new 10-speed automatic transmission. And I don't blame them for actually putting a hood rod, because this is a very heavy hood and I just don't know if hydraulics will be able to hold it up on its own. So there's a look at the engine. Very nice. There's a lot of stuff and a lot of power here. And on that note, let's finish up on this and go for a drive. Let's do the drive. 2019 Mustang GT Premium Convertible. Did a road trip to Montreal the last few days and I am thoroughly impressed and very surprised by the seats being so comfortable. I didn't have any of that, you know, shifting around in your seat trying to find the right spot. I didn't get any kind of driver fatigue. Overall, it's just been a wonderful vehicle. It's a great summer vehicle. At the same time, you can definitely use it as a daily driver. Even though it's got that big 5-liter V8 with 460 horse and 420 pound-feet of torque, it's good enough to run around the city and get, whether it's groceries or errands or to and from work, whatever it is you need. So it's got the functional side, it's got explosive power, again, 5-liter V8 and massive power figures. The car goes. And what I noticed, just dipping back a few seconds to my Montreal road trip, I got 8.3 liters per 100 kilometers on the drive there, and that was being stuck in the absurd thing we know as Toronto 401 traffic. But once I got out of the city, it was a great cruise and it felt really good. On the way home, I got stuck in a bit of Montreal traffic and of course Toronto traffic coming back westbound on the 401. So I scored around 8.9 was my fuel figure for the way home. But I think the fuel figures are rated around 12.9 is your combined average, and that's, you know, city stuff, highway stuff. But I'm really happy with the 2019 Mustang, and I know not a lot has changed between 18, even 17 and 19, but still one of my most favorite vehicles. That's weird. It's one of my favorite vehicles. Most favorite. Anyway, it's one of my favorite vehicles to drive. I like the way it looks. Not quite as good as the M850i with the top down as far as profile goes, but a very close second. Creature comforts, everything's here. I believe it's Sync 4 that Ford has. Sync 3, with 3 or 4, whichever one's the most up to date. And it's responsive. It's great, intuitive. I like the customization options on the dashboard. And really, it's it can be a great daily driver if you want to have the balance of comfort and a ton of power, and good looks, and it's convertible, so there's really nothing to dislike there. And yes, I know it's not ideal year-round as far as our climate goes, but at the same time, I'm really happy with the way the Mustang is. Sorry, just going through some painted lines, or sorry, trying not to go through painted lines. Yeah, definitely missed the painted lines. No extra paint on the Mustang. That's going to wrap the review up. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. I'm really happy again with the overall package of the Mustang. Oh, a quick note. This has the 10-speed automatic transmission, and I think that was a big catalyst as far as having my fuel figures dip down so low. It's an automatic. I usually get the manual one, but decided to try out the automatic just to see what it was like. And yeah, the 10-speed, I think that really had a lot to do with bringing down fuel efficiency figures. Sometimes it gets a little muddy, like I'm doing 55 kilometers an hour now, and the car is in 8th gear. My revs are, looks like 1,250-ish, just a little over 1,000. So, you know, in a manual vehicle, I'd probably be in 3rd gear, doing 55, actually now doing 52. So, sometimes the engine transmission changes can get a little on the muddy side, but, you know, it corrects itself fairly quickly. Okay, for serious this time, that's gonna wrap the review. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe if you like this, if you like what I do, and there's that little notification bell if you'd like to be notified as to when videos are released. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back sooner than later with our next review.